Hey everybody, welcome to Hump Day with GBLynden. Wow, we've got some really famous people in here. We've got Alpha from Motion RC, which is always welcome. I salute you, sir. You do amazing work, and I appreciate it every time you're in the chat. We've got Jeff's Custom RC. Of course, we got Wesley from Mary Boozers, Craig Bevan, the RC Air Marshal, Dave, Wreckham Roy, Jeff's, I think I just said Jeff's Custom. Yeah, man, we got lots of people in here. George Watts I saw earlier. Always got to salute George. Josh Weaver RC. Let's give him a round of applause for, him and Dave they contribute a lot to you guys, especially, here, excuse me, guys. I got this shirt, by the way. I'll come back to what I was just talking about, but I got this shirt. I won this from John. I won the t-shirt in his 50 subscriber contest, so he sent it out. It just came today. Sorry I didn't have a chance to wash it or anything. I literally went to the post office box, ripped it open, took it out of the package, and put it on. So forgive the wrinkles and all that, guys. Jermaine's in the house. Skyblazer. We got Gooniac, Mr. Fire Booty himself. You guys, if you have not seen the Fire Booty, let me know and I'll do a quick demo of what that looks like. I still haven't put it in my F-35 yet, but the weather hasn't been conducive to really EDF jet flight very much anyway, but I'll be doing that soon. We're going to do, as you can see, I'm flanked by UMX Timbers. One is the Turbo Timber and the other is the original. Hopefully you guys saw my original unboxing. If not, I'm going to show you some of the stuff. We'll take a deep dive as far as that goes. Hopefully the stream is much better quality than last week. It was 480p and I had no idea why, but figured that out last night. Apparently somehow a setting got tweaked on me, and I was able to fix that with the help of Wild Bill Flynn, and got that worked through last night, so that's awesome. Yeah, UMX King with the UMX King right here. Bam. Yeah, and this thing has some killer stuff. And my box dropped on it. I repositioned the boxes behind me because it fell on this thing and it knocked it over, knocked it off the AirX pad. Which, if you guys don't know what this is, they are awesome. Used for balance training and some other cool stuff. So I'm utilizing that here as a nice, soft, flat surface. Thanks, George. I appreciate that, man. It is indeed a fun flight. I haven't flown this one yet, but I have flown this one a bunch. In the dark. Wild Bill Flynn put a little FPV camera like this on top of his and flew it. And this one I'm probably going to deck out with floats and things like that. In fact, that's one of the things that I forgot. So I'm going to go grab those real quick, guys. Let me snake past my wall of UMX stuff. Ugh. And I hope you guys are digging the John Noons shirt. So these are the floats that work with the J3 Cub, which I have, and either one of these little timbers. So that's pretty cool. This little guy, in fact, let's just get right into it. I know some of the people that, if you're new, you're probably tuning in for this. So for this guy, I'll grab this one too. So as you can see right away, let's see, get these right. The landing gear should stand out. The prop should stand out. The noses on these are different. This one is more of like a rat's nose. This is a little bit more of like a, yeah. This is a big old schnauzer, and this one is a little bit more proportionate. Now, the landing gear is different too. And if you look on this one, You see you've got some screws in there. This one doesn't have that. This one tows in. This one's nice and balanced. It rolls really easy. This one always looked like a duck waddling while I was taxiing. I'm really looking forward to getting this out and flying it, testing the ground handling, all that stuff. This one also has a higher kV motor than this one. This one's, I believe, a 3000 kV. This one's a 3400. Longer flight times with this one, a little shorter flight times with this one, but there's more power available. Off 2S power. They're both 2S. They talked about, Jason Merkel from Horizon Hobby said in their video about this thing that they experimented with 3S, and what they decided to do is just optimize it for 2S. So that's the route they went. I'm going to put this over here. So this guy, it has telemetry too. So I'm going to plug in a battery here in a minute. I'm going to catch up on the chat here in a second. Yeah, dude. And if this was an adult stream, that would be even better, Josh. If you know what I mean. I'd take everything I can get in that front. Yeah, the landing gear is great. We'll come back to the telemetry because I'm going to plug in the battery. We're going to show off the lights. We're going to go through some of the settings. Yeah, let's just pull this landing gear out of here. And I've got links to all this stuff in the description, guys, including my 550 BabbleBat Roger. He's awesome. Good guy. Puts out a quality product. He modifies Hyperion 2S packs and one actually across the board. He modifies them for the Horizon Hobby Ultra Micros. This is a nice silver float. And there's hardware that comes in the box here as well as the box on the plane, and then you combine the elements together to make it so the floats fit on these various planes. Yeah, you got to try and walk that balance, Josh. You know, I could turn this into an Andrew Dice Clay show really quick. I grew up on Eddie Murphy and Andrew Dice Clay, so that's kind of where my sense of humor likes to go, but I'm trying to be a little more corporate GB, if you know what I mean. A little more walking that line a little bit better. Alright, so let me turn on my radio. If you guys did not see my unboxing, or at least watch it all the way through to the telemetry, you guys are going to be impressed by this. Yeah, okay, Robert. And welcome, Robert. You, sir, for your first time here, I presume, you are going to be a moderator. You have a blue wrench. You've joined the Blue Wrench Club. George Watts, yeah, thanks, man. I think, Horizon Hobby does a good job. For me, Motion RC and Horizon Hobby are the companies that generally do the best across the board with all the detail work, especially Motion RC, in my opinion. But both do a great job. Hobby King does a good job in its own right too. But if I'm going to expect something to be done really, really well, especially even at $100 range, like you look at the F-105 and even the P-15, the paint jobs on those planes are ridiculously good for those free wing planes. So that is cool. So I'm going to plug in my 550 milliamp hour BabbleBat. Roger, he's in Idaho, not too far away, really. About a state and a half over. Check out these lights, guys. Let it bind. When you plug it in with these AS3X model, you want to plug it in, let it sit, let the gyro calibrate. Otherwise, you're going to have, either it's not going to finish binding, or you're going to have trouble in flight. So keep that in mind, guys. And if you haven't heard it yet, you will hear it here shortly. Let's see if we can show the radio. Okay. See if I can do this in reverse. So we're gonna look at the telemetry. All right, so what I did right off the bat was I hit auto config, and then I scrolled down.
Receiver 8.2.
You guys hear that sound? So every 60 seconds, this is going to give me a voltage status report, which I think is pretty sweet. You can also set a min and max voice alert. So not quite smart, but pretty gosh darn close. Let's see here. Look in the chat. Yeah, Wes, I'm pretty sure we'll be hearing stuff from Hobby King here pretty soon. Though I think they're going to be okay, man. Yeah, I miss those too, Jeff, Lower Alabama. Yep, I'm pretty sure they will, guys. I'm pretty sure they will. Not that long ago, their CEO came out with the announcement via eBlast that new planes are coming out. So I'm pretty certain that we'll see something here fairly soon. I have no idea what it will be and when the timeline will be, especially with that coronavirus. And yeah, I do miss Eleanor. She was always very energetic. You never knew what color her hair was going to be each week. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Dave. So you guys, if you have a DX6E or a DX8E, anything with an E, you're not going to get the voice alerts, unfortunately. So yeah, Alpha. Man, my fingers are crossed for everyone that's over there. And the folks that are getting it over here, there's a couple cases popping up here and there. So fingers are crossed that everyone's going to be okay. So wash your hands, guys. Use good hygiene. Make sure you take your vitamin D, vitamin C. Stay on top of that. And it should make it easier for you guys to handle that. Seriously. Yeah, we need everyone to stay safe, especially Alpha there in Asia. So back to what we're doing here. So yeah, I mean that's it really in a nutshell, guys. One of the things that I was pondering doing tonight, and I was gonna let the consumption of the adult grape juice, as well as any instigation via super chat and things like that, was gonna possibly do some thrust testing, right? Like see if it can hover, things like that. But I need to get egged on a little bit, so we can wait a little bit for in the show. I'm not sure what you mean, Six. What do you mean by camera gain? Hey, what's up, Colin? Colin is in the house. That too, Dave. Yeah, you do have to turn on the voice alerts. They are not automatic. Like the ones here in the telemetry that I just showed, those you absolutely have to set, as well as the other ones that I've got going on. So I've also got my flaps set up in a way that's different than what most people do. Most people do a mix. And I've got my flaps set up with a function on on the flap switch. So you'll hear the audio. So I've got these different things. Audio gain. Can you guys not hear me? Is my audio okay tonight, guys? Okay, thanks, Bryce. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, Robert Nordek, definitely. You know, take good care of yourself. Make sure everything is clean. That's important, guys. That's important. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Just hover. Hey. Yeah. Egg me on like that, Colin. That's hilarious, Dave. That's absolutely hilarious. So, you guys, I will do a very preliminary throttle test. Now, this is the bigger pack, so it felt just a little bit below being able to hover. I do have another pack charged though, so hey, tractors, trucks, and pups. Hey, I'm in Lynden, Washington too. What's going on, man? You absolutely need to have a wrench, man. You now have a blue wrench. That means you're a moderator. You're also a part of the crew. That way I know you've been here before. How did you like it, Mark Z? What were your thoughts on it, dude?
Receiver 8.1 volts.
Yeah, totally, George. He totally does it, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's gone into where I work a couple times. Because that correlates quite well with his handle. Also, if you guys are not aware of how safe works, I'm going to show you. So, it's currently in AS3X mode. We've got the option of safe select. So, watch the ailerons. They're not doing anything here other than very micro movements. The goal of AS3X is like a regular gyro. It wants to smooth stuff out. So if you put it in safe, it is going to try and compensate and keep it level. It's going to limit your bank angles. If you want to do aileron rolls, you cannot do it in safe. It reduces your throws significantly. So it'll also reduce your flares when you come into land. So make sure you're on high rates or at least high enough rates to be able to come in and flare and control your plane. Otherwise, you're going to have to do really wide turns to set up. It's particularly problematic with larger, faster planes. It can get you into trouble like Wild Bill Flynn did with his V900 on the maiden flight. When he came down pretty high, he thought he could come down, flare, and be okay. Instead, he came in and pancaked it because the throws were limited with safe, and then there's also some glue too on the elevator that was messing with his flow. Hey, Pearl Jam, what's going on, man? Hey, Mario, welcome. Welcome to Hump Day RC with GBLynden. You are now a moderator. Nice. Very, very cool. Very cool. Tractors, trucks, and pups. Yeah, so we do RC stuff here. These days I'm mostly focused on planes, but I've got videos of quadcopters. I've got some RC trucks. I've got all sorts of stuff. Behind me there is an air gate to fly FPV quadcopters and stuff through. I like to have fun. I've even got some rockets behind me here. Nice. You're making me hungry there, Pearl Jam. Ribs with mashed potatoes and garlic bread. That sounds great. I've got that HK paramotor, and it is a lot of fun. It does not like wind, but man, on a calm summer evening, it is so much fun, guys. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna set this down here. I'm going to set this down too. I'm just going to disconnect this battery real quick. Alright, we'll circle back to that. Shut off my radio so it's not yelling at me. Alright, I'm going to see how many people we have in here. 35. Awesome. I just refreshed it, so let's see if that changes things. 36. Very cool. And I'm hoping... So guys, one thing that I did with the chat is I shortened up the latency to the absolute quickest possible. And it looks like everything is a little quicker than normal, so that's good. Yeah, the only thing... I know that you just came in here not that long ago, Mario. The main difference between these is the new motor. Well, the landing gear is better. 3-bladed prop. The battery's not going to be quite as efficient, especially if you're heavy on the throttle. If you're not quite as heavy on the throttle, it's not going to drain as much. And with this airframe, you really don't need to have that. Hey, Christy, what's going on? Welcome. The clicking is there again. Oh my goodness. I may need to switch cameras. Okay, let me switch scenes real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, did that help the audio at all, guys? Yeah, I've tried to... So there are different settings within YouTube, Dave. Clicks there, but barely. Alright, I'm going to tap on that thing. Hopefully make it better. Alright. Let me see if there's something else I can do here. I'm sorry for that click, guys. I really prefer for my stuff to be working great. I'm using OBS, Dave. Using OBS, that way I can do some of the fancy stuff, like have the stream and all that stuff. That is really cool, George Watts. Okay, if it's not that loud, I won't worry about it too much. So, last week, I flew the Switch Air in here, and I've got batteries charged for something else. And if you guys want me to, I'll move potential collateral damage out of the way, and I can fly some FPV in here or fly a quadcopter line of sight. We can have some fun. I really want to make these streams as fun and as engaging as possible. Oh yeah, so he is heavy on the throttle. So a good option, Mario, is just getting a bigger pack. Like this 550, it'll actually make it so it handles wind better because it'll have more mass and not get blown around as much. So that's an option. That way you've got more milliamps to burn. Yeah, tractors, trucks, and pups. I highly recommend you hit me up on Facebook. I've got GBLynden's RC. In fact, let me drop that page in here. Dude, if you're in town, I can help you out. I can absolutely help you out. Let's see here. Give me a minute. And if you guys are new to the channel and have not liked GBLynden's RC's Facebook page yet, go ahead and do that. I've been posting a lot of stuff recently. In fact, let me bring that up because I think this is very pertinent. Not to take away from the positive vibe, but I think this is really important to at least hit, and then we'll keep moving. But let's hit on it. So this right here is this is flight test. Actually, maybe it's better going this way. Okay. So the flight test, and I'll drop this link in the chat as well. Flight Test made this thing so you can submit your FAA comment a lot quicker and a lot easier. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I don't have a lorry like old Wesley. But anyhow, this page will make it so you guys can quickly and easily submit a comment to summarize why the FAA should stay out of our way of enjoying this hobby that we have for decades. Many decades. And yeah, make it so we can continue to do what we love. Alright, so that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll come back here. So Troy, check the links in the video description. I've also got a pinned comment that's got links to everything related to the UMX Timber, including a link to RC Babble's page on RC Groups. Definitely click on that. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. I'm glad you did that, dude. Yeah, Robert, basically they're waiting till March 2nd, so we have until March 2nd to submit our comments. And regardless of your opinion on whether it will be worth it or not, if you use that link that I just dropped in there, it'll take you 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, that's nothing. And if you love the hobby, at least try and help defend it. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. But I'd feel pretty crappy. It's like if the old adage is, don't bitch if you don't vote. Same thing with this. You've got to put in your words to try and defend the hobby. That's my take anyway. Yep, Ethan, all we can do is try, man. All we can do is try. All right, I said my piece on that. Let's keep this thing going. So back, do you guys want to see me fly a quadcopter? Let me know in the chat if you want me to do that. I can fly it either FPV with my Fat Shark, so I can be flying around here, or I can just sit here line of sight. Yeah, man, if it's indoors in my house, the only thing I can knock over is my adult grape juice, and I'm going to secure the timbers in the kitchen. I love my UMX original so much, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the new guy a lot too. Yeah, I wish I had one of those Carbon Z Cessnas. Wild Bill Flynn has one of those, and it is awesome. Totally, Troy, if you want to drop the link to Rich's video in here, that would be awesome. Okay, alright guys, I'm going to maneuver things here real quick. Shouldn't take me long. Hey Nate, what's going on? Welcome, dude. I'm going to do a little FPV flying in here. Oh my god, Josh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Hey man, my dad's awesome, but Fred Barron is awesome too, so I would not object to having him as my dad, that's for sure. And by the way, guys, I really cannot wait to fly this little guy. The wind and the potential rain look really problematic this weekend coming up. I'm hoping to find a window to fly both new planes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna fly my Blade Inductrix Pro. Yeah, seriously, tractors, trucks, and pups. We've had way too much rain, not enough sun, and when the sun comes out, I'm at work, which is not fun. So I got this case on Amazon. I don't think I have it in my Amazon store, but that's all right. It's got a little camera cover on it. This little guy is awesome. That's what it looks like, guys. And this is what I'm gonna fly. Yeah, that's basically what it is, man. It's the Pro. Yeah, people call it a tiny whoop, but it is a Blade Inductrix FPV Pro. I've got footage on my channel of me flying this outdoors. I've got footage of me flying it in here, like back to my GBLynden studio and around here. But yeah, we are gonna get some stuff done. Hey, there's Kenny. What's going on, man? Kenny, you absolutely need to get that pole we've been talking about with the stature of the workers we've been talking about. Whoop whoop is right. All right, I'm gonna quit talking. Let's see. Get the chair out of the way. So, last week we talked about on the show how I had 76 different models programmed into this thing. Now I've got 77 with UMX Timber. Take a guess which number the Inductrix Pro is in the menu here. Think about that while I set this up. For some reason, it's not wanting to set the mode that I want to fly it on. That's not working. Alright guys, I haven't flown this in a while, and in acro, it's wanting to only turn on in acro mode, so yeah, pre-flight check indeed. Let me try this again. Yeah, I am stumped. I haven't flown it in a while. Am I losing them fast? Oh, crap. Oh, well. Yeah, I still got 31. I'm good. I'm good. Hey, what's going on, Phantom Boy? Welcome. See, that's why most people are smart enough to be like, I'm not going to try and fly. You know what? I will grab a small heli. But dang it, I want to make this thing work. I love flying this thing but all the switches are so different. Okay. Yeah, that one's not working. You know, I probably will have to hover the timber. Hey, Fred. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, I wish I could launch a rocket in here. Let's see. All right. This should be easy. It's got some dust on it, so I haven't done it in a while, but what the hell? Let's see. Now, if I have problems flying this, then that's not good. This is the FPV Pro. In fact, I will probably, after I fly this, all right, guys. Now this makes a really good first helicopter. MCX-2. All right. All right, let's get this blurring gone. Sorry guys, I will fix that. Sometimes this camera is just crappy. Even though I've got... Okay, yeah, let's take that off. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like that. It's pretty fun, man. I'm really irritated that I can't remember how to make this thing work. You're probably right, Troy. Null's probably going to be crazy. Let's see here. Let me try and catch up on the chat. Oh, the number for this one, I believe it was 42. The number for this one is 19. Now, I've got another heli like this. It's the MSR. And the gyro in this one is not very good. This one is nice and stable. I can't say enough good things about this. I think they still sell this too, guys. But this one, I've bounced off the walls. I've broken stuff. It's really hard to control because when you make a movement, it like lags. And so it's really hard to keep it nice and stable. This one is awesome. It's got landing gear that glows in the dark. I have some. It's a little bit more flimsy than this. And I've got a bunch of parts for it. I broke the landing gear early on because I really sucked with this thing. But after the first few flights, I kind of got it figured out. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it, dude. Let's see what we got in here. Thanks, RC Stinger. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, coaxial helicopters are great. That one that Dave Marshall has, that looks pretty dang awesome, too. Thanks, G-Bro. Welcome, G-Bro. Hey, G-Bro has commented on so many of my videos over the years. We need to give him a salute. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And let me see here. You guys chat amongst yourselves real quick. I'm going to do a quick search for the manual on this. I hate to not succeed on things, so I'll be right back. I'll be visual, but I won't be paying attention to the chat because I'm going to be looking for the manual on this Inductrix. And if I can't figure that out, I will entertain you guys by beating the absolute crap out of this here shortly. Not on purpose, that's just what happens. That's the Bynum 5 Plus. And I was sad when they discontinued this quadcopter because it's awesome, man. I love these little things, the Inductrices that people have built off of and called them whoops and stuff. I never understood what that was about, but I'm not exactly a skate or die dude, so that's not my thing. Okay. All right, so switch B. Okay, that's what I thought. It wasn't working. Oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure I get this. Should have been right. Don't worry, guys. If you're tuning in for the UMX Turbo Timber, I will try and hover it with a lighter battery here shortly. I really want to try and get this to fly because it's a really cool quadcopter. And I may get crazy and try and fly this. This thing flies like a bat out of hell, so I probably shouldn't try and fly that, but who knows what could happen.
Flight mode 1.
Okay. All right, now we're talking, guys. Now we're talking. All right. I think I saw the error of my ways. I'm going to pull up the chat, see what you guys are saying. All right, guys. We're going to fly this real quick. There shouldn't be much left in the pack, but I'm going to do a quick little line of sight, and then I'll put on my fat sharks. Then we'll rip around with this thing. All right, lost orientation. We are going to change the pack, though, and do some fat sharking. All right. Using my fat sharks, guys. I've got diversity is what they call it. Right, so I did a quick band scan, and there we go. That's a lot of fun. Probably not entertaining for you guys, so I'm going to come back there. But man, I love this. All right, and I'm back. Who looks drunk? Let's see how many people we have in here right now, by the way. See how many people I chased off. Hey, we still got 30. That's pretty good. Not bad at all, considering I haven't been in front of the camera or anything. Yeah. FPV goggles, man. It's fun. If you're not a moron with FPV, it's actually a great thing, but we don't always have people that don't fit that bill flying FPV. Alright guys, I am going to get the battery. I'm going to try and do a little hovering, see what's going on. Thank you, George. I appreciate it, brother. We're going to try and do a hover. George definitely confirmed that we're going to try and do a hover here with a little bit lighter pack. And I'm going to prep for that real quick, guys. And after that, we may do this. If we get some super chats to support this, we'll do that. Also, remind me to show Ray's fire booty. I want to blind myself, so I'm going to showcase that, guys. And if you don't know what a fire booty is, when I do that demo, I'll tell you all about it. Switch. I'm glad I figured out actually how to fly that, man. So for those, I didn't communicate that very well. So if you switch it into the B mode, the acro mode, which is really hard to control that thing in, versus a little bit larger quads and things like that, it automatically starts the prop in the acro. If it's in the safe mode, you have to give it throttle to turn on the prop. So that is where I was having issues. That is hilarious, George. Man, fire. Yeah. Not with most quads, I agree, Bryce, but with the Inductrix Pro, I have no idea how the hell to control it. I've never been able to control it in acro with that thing. All I've done is crash the damn thing. That's hilarious, Dave. Babblebat. Big old Babblebat. Yeah, I've got the 260 nanotech pack. They were out, so I added a link to the 300. You know, thanks, Bledsoe. Appreciate it, man. I'm actually not drunk at all, guys. I just got embarrassed and my cheeks got flushed, and when they get flushed, that doesn't go away very quickly. I've actually had hardly anything. I did have 2 bangs at work today. I had coffee in the morning. I had, shortly after lunch, had my first bang. And then at about 4 o'clock, I had my second bang. So blood pressure may be a little higher than than it should be. Hey, Jason's. It's about time he came back, Jason's RC Reviews. We've got some UMX Timber action going on. And guys, while I'm thinking about it, a preview for everyone. Okay, I'll do that. If you super chat me, Josh, I will do that. Or if you get someone else to super chat me, I'll do that for sure. The Bang is an energy drink if you guys are not familiar. Next week, in fact, the next 2 weeks, we are going to do some really cool Skynetic planes. I'm sure some of you guys have seen them already, but I'm going to be getting my first look at them. Should be here Sunday, unless FedEx, the guy's as retarded as he was last time. So we'll see what's up with that. All right. Without further ado, we're going to see what happens. Actually, that's why it didn't bind. Still have it on the other model. No, I wish that I had a buzz or something right now. I've been too busy being the jester for you guys to even really drink much. Yeah, rebind.
Receiver 6.4 volts.
There we go. That's what we wanted to hear. All right, guys. Yeah, you're not touching any of my packages there, Mr. Dave Marshall. Just about doing it, guys. Okay, so it felt like it was going to hover. I was doing it with my fingertips, guys. Yeah, if you noticed I pushed it away at the end is because it was really close to my face. I'll do it like this. Yeah, it's wanting to lift off, guys. Yeah, this will hover. I'm pretty sure it will. Pretty sure it will hover. It was wanting to go up, even though I was holding it vertical. And we're going to call that good. I'm not going to hurt myself. I already hurt myself one time by having way too much adult grape juice to entertain you guys. That's not going to happen. No. I was in control. I was in control. But I will fly something else. Dale, suck it. Man, I gotta fly it for real. Gotta fly it for real before I can do anything stupid with it. Alright. Nope, I do not have anything that would blow up a toilet, unfortunately. I'm sure some of my friends do. Let's see, tractors. Alright, so Unplug that. All right, guys, and for next week's show, I will be having, because they're larger planes, or at least one of them are, I'm going to be doing one at a time, but next week's I'm going to be have it set up in GBLynden studio. So we've got better lighting, better production, better everything. So yeah, Dale, it was a little close at one point, and then I'm like, oh hell no. So then I pushed it away. And then I went like that. Man, I wish. The weather has been absolute crap. That's true, Josh. It almost came time for that. You know, I do have some RC trucks. I've got type in GBLynden. Type in GBLynden and JLB Cheetah. You'll see some pretty good videos of me bashing. And it's okay to ask questions too. And believe me, if you want to fly planes and stuff, hit me up on my Facebook channel, my Facebook page. Also, I want you guys, if you're not already on Borderline RC with GBLynden, or Borderline RC Brotherhood rather, you guys need to join it, because we have a lot of fun on there. I can communicate with you guys. Kenny, you want to know about the rocket in the back? Which rocket, man? Alright, I'll shut this son of a bitch off. At least for now. Yeah, that's true. You could message me on RC groups also. If you, I'm GBLynden's RC on RC groups too, but it's probably quicker and easier to do on my GBLynden's RC Facebook page. Dave, you know, I would pace yourself a little bit, but that's just my opinion. I have stuff floor to ceiling. But yeah, that would be my suggestion, man. RC trucks are awesome, but for me, my passion is RC flight. There's nothing like it. I get bored fairly quickly of the surface stuff. It's fun for a little while, but then I go right back to my planes and quads and stuff. Night, EQ. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. All right. No, but I've got them hanging all over the place in my hangar. It's a mess right now. Otherwise, I'd do a hangar tour. One of these times, on a previous stream, I did a hangar tour, but I've got to organize things a little bit more. Roy and I have to work a couple things out. Then I'm going to restructure that, so I'll have things more organized so it's more show worthy. I do have planes all over the living room though too. Yeah, too much moisture in the bathroom for that to be okay. Yeah, she's already given me crap about the amount of planes that I have. She lives with me, so she obviously does have some say. I've got, obviously you can see I've got rockets, I've got planes, I've got everything everywhere. So over my right shoulder, dude, there's a bunch of them over there. So which one? Or the big mamma jamma back here? All right, let me grab them. Right, so unfortunately, because of the COPPA rules that came out, they were threatening $42,000 fines and things like that. I deleted my video of this off this channel. I was pushing 350,000 views with this thing. It was doing great, but I figured any positive whatevers from this versus a potential fine of $42,000, I was going to delete the video. And I deleted the video with this one, and pretty much all of them. Even the one with my girlfriend and I. So, yeah, Pearl Jam. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, I love rockets. They're fun. I haven't launched one in a while. I've got a big old box full of the chutes, the igniters, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Jeff, that's all right. That's all right. I may upload them to my toy review channel at some point, but we'll see. Probably not because they're branded for this channel, but who knows? Who knows? I know that Wild Bill Flynn, John, and we need to get out and shoot off some more rockets. We haven't done that in quite a while. We had a bunch of burn ban stuff going on the past couple summers, so we really didn't have the opportunity to do that. Copper? No, I've got choppers, not coppers. So I've got a toy review channel, Uncle Ryan's Toy Reviews, and I've got GBLynden's Random Reviews. In fact, the Random Reviews is a channel that I've been uploading a bunch of wider angle stuff with my GoPro on my head. I've got some SU-30 footage that I haven't even reviewed yet, but I've got my A4 Skyhawk Maiden on that. I've got my Freewing T33 Maiden, and it's a GoPro Hero 7 Black, so it's got the hyper smooth, so it's actually pretty darn good, and it gives a better sense of the speed, because on my flight videos, John is zooming in and out, so that reduces the perceived speed of everything I fly, especially the jets, because he's on top of it, man. So with the wider angle and everything is fixed, you can see just how fast those things are cruising by. I don't know. I don't have a Blade Nano. This is the Blade MTX2. I've had this since 2011, guys, and I've bounced it off walls. I learned how to fly helis on this thing, and it's still going. I think I replaced like one blade and then landing gear one time. And I've got a bunch of spare stuff because I thought that I'd continue that, so I stocked up, but I didn't need to. So now I never buy spares for anything until I need them, because guesstimating what you're actually going to need to replace, you're better off just waiting until you actually need to replace something. Oh, this is an MSR. Yeah, it is a collective pitch, and it is a bitch to fly and control. If you guys really want me to fly it, I will. I have no problem doing that. Have a good night, tractors, trucks, and pups. Thanks for stopping by, and definitely message me on Facebook on my GBLyndens RC page. I'll get you hooked up on RC Flight, brother. Okay, I'll fly it, Bryce. I'll fly it. Oh, it will definitely crash. This thing is not easy to control, so I think I've got another battery. Hey, what's up, Furball? Didn't see you in here until now. We're gonna fly this thing, guys. And it wouldn't surprise me if I crash it hard enough to just destroy it, but this thing is also pretty gosh darn tough. Give me a second, I need to make sure I know how to fly this thing. Alright guys, we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna get crazy. And somehow I landed that nice and smooth. But you can see that the thing is herky-jerky all over the place. And the only thing that kind of stabilizes it is me kicking the tail out. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, it's got Expo. The problem is the gyro. It's got like an early version of like AS3X / safe, and it's just it kind of fights you. Yeah, the gyro is kind of weird. What's up, Dave? I'm kind of doing a Dave's RC, man. I'm flying stuff. It's not the trim, man. It doesn't matter if you correct it or not. It's going to act retarded. Alright, that's it with that. All right. Dave, Marshall, that is hilarious. You would get your butt kicked, I'm sure. Unless you can run really fast. Let's see here. There we go. That's better. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that heli flight. All the heli flights, the quadcopter, the two helis we did there. In fact, the MSR did better than I thought. I was using a little bit more throttle than I had in the past, and that seemed to make it more stable. So I've definitely learned a lot since I've flown that last. So the crashes weren't quite as extreme as I was anticipating, which is good. I'll be flying that more inside because that was actually kind of fun. That is funny, Dave. That is funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can outrun most of them too. Alright, let me take a look at something here real quick, guys. Yeah, I still got 24. That's cool. Alright, so those of you that actually came in tonight for the UMX Turbo Timber, are there any questions that I can answer for you before I cut this thing off? Yeah, the UMX Timber. I have two of them. One is the new one is not. Hey, Keith Christie, what's up? Yeah, we can get you a wrench. Is this your first time here? I don't think I've noticed you recently in my comments. And is John Noon still in here? I've been wearing his shirt all night. And if you haven't seen the back, I'll give you a nice static look so you can get some. Awesome, Keith. Well, thank you for dropping by, man. I appreciate it. Man, if I do make it to Null, I will participate in any race, athletic event, anything like that. Especially if there's a prize. If the prize is an airplane, that would be kind of cool. Wouldn't mind taking one of those home. Oh, thank you, Jermaine. Did you guys see that? Was that able to see that a lot better? Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for indulging me to fly. It was kind of fun. Except for when I couldn't get my Inductrix to start so I could fly it in the mode that I could actually fly it in. Have a good night, Ethan. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Look for... I'm going to have some videos uploaded. Also, guys, if you have not watched the UMX Turbo Timber unboxing. Definitely check it out. I'm very happy with how that turned out. It's about 14 minutes, but it's very concentrated. I hit on a lot of things in a lot of detail. Spent quite a bit of time this past Sunday banging that out. In fact, stayed up quite late. Was really tired on Monday because of it. Have a good night, guys. Cheers. And definitely catch me next week. I'm going to have a lot better show next week. We are going to have some really cool... I'm going to have a really cool plane I'm going to show you. So, with all that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. And GBLynden, out.